Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LCK Spring 2025.
Top lane, but Zay's doing a pretty fine job of just farming and holding up. Not fun playing into Jace as a melee champion, but you know, Rumble is decent at being able to farm with the harpoons and shield up some of the poke.
Yeah, he is effectively ranged with his harpoons at least.
Oh, I mean, HLE's bot lane's really pushed up. And Sponge, this is a flashless Alistar. This should be a pretty easy setup for a kill.
Yeah, the timing of this as well, and he's going to get hooked, but it does take a bit of damage, but the light is so low, I think Sponge might just be able to kill him by himself. He doesn't even have cooldowns to knock this dog away. The flash on in, and Delight is in a lot of trouble. First Blood also given over to Teddy. And that is pretty gigantic for him. Let's see if Peanut can get something going here as they're trying to take out Pleta. And now Sponge in a bit of trouble. The burst damage coming out from Viper's passive, and they will trade it back. So Peanut able to get some back for the team.
Yeah, in this part of the season, you know, win round 1 and 2. Maybe round 2. At the start of round 2 could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, still a while away for now. They are looking for Pleta here.
He's going to get the Aftershock off, but he doesn't have Flash, and he can't hook to a wall. So you talked about this Nautilus having trouble if Hanwha Esports gets fed, but he's already having trouble.
Yep. Good setup there, honestly, from Delight, finding a good flank angle, and then Peanut just comes in for the nice setup. And now, without your support on the map, can you really contest these grubs? They're going to try, you know. Zeka's dealing with a wave mid, so maybe they can steal away one. I think that's the game plan here.
And then Sponge sitting around. Peanut didn't use this smite for the first one. Now he's going to use it to secure the second one. And now Sponge just going to get zoned away, goes into his untargetable. But here comes Zeka in with the Spirit Rush. And DRX, I think they stuck around for way too long, and they will be punished for it. The flash on in from Peanut as he is feasting on them. Oh, a lot of feathers, though. And now, maybe they chased a little bit too far. Zeka, though, is trying to rejoin. They both get stunned on the rocks. And this is turning into a very dirty fight, but still, it looks like Hanwha Esports barely will come out ahead.
Zeka has no mana, but Viper had lethal tempo stacked up. Yukal backs away. And HLE, you see some gold leaves across the map. Interesting, Zayas ending up with a farm advantage in this matchup, but also a bit of a CS lead for Viper over Teddy.
Oh, smited that away to Peanut, and yeah, Sponge is going to get untargetable, but he gets knocked up here as well. The knockback from the Drake actually going to help a little bit. There's a nice hook from Pleta, but already the Spirit Rush has been used, so they're not going to overcommit onto that one. But it should mean that Hanwha Esports do get this Drake. Yeah,
in a normal situation, baiting the ult of Zeka and get him in this low could mean that DRX can go for a fight, but they already committed Teddy to the top side. Oh, we're going to see a look in here.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to go for it. Might as well. Nice little steal. And as Neferi, maybe he can do something. He's going to go untargetable, but no flash, and yeah, he's going to pay for it with his life.
I think it's worth it, honestly.
Yeah.
You don't really lose anything else other than that singular kill. You get the Dragon on the IM set. I mean, they're good for laning.
Yeah.
Don't really inspire joy for a team fight when you have Catalyst. Oh, no. But,
preparing to scale. Yeah, he's getting TP'd behind. Pleta does have his flash. And the TP takes about 5 million years. Now they're just going to turn on to Zeka, though, and he gets blown up immediately. And Pleta is able to get away as well. But the feathers are on the ground. It looks like DRX do not want to overcommit. They got their pick. And they'll just back away for now. A lot of low health bars on their side. They might still try to compete for this one.
Rich can TP back in. Pleta's going to take a while longer. Look at this flank from Delight, though.
Oh, boy. Yukal in a lot of trouble. The flash on in into the equalizer there. Just burnt to a crisp in the choke points. Teddy looks like he barely does survive. Rich does get back, and they are going to turn it here onto Delight, but you're trading your life just for the support, and you're going to lose these grubs as well.
Yeah, I think the big thing was the equalizer wasn't used in that initial fight by Zayas. And
this time they should get this one.
Yeah, they kind of had a lock on all these neutral objectives this game. I actually think that's why the steal earlier from Sponge was pretty significant, because it's bad, don't get me wrong, but if you are facing 6 grubs and 2 dragons, and right now HLE 2,000 gold, 2,300 ahead, they're in a strong position. They're starting up this Herald with confidence. Will we see DRX contest it? Rich does have TP, but he's a Jace. You kind of want him there a bit early. Alternatively, could just focus. Okay, he's TPing in. They want to make this a fight.
I'm just not sure if they're going to be able to. Look at this. CC chain comes in onto Sponge. The Kaisa ult goes in. Viper is very deep on this one. Doesn't have his flash. Maybe assumed he would, but he just kind of went in and traded his life for it. But still, Zeus here with the equalizer. They're just holding the choke and waiting. They're going to drop that one on top of Teddy and just zone him. And it's another one fight Another objective that should go the way of Hanwha.
Pretty poor.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Very specific.
Oh, you just got a Leandri's too.
Yep. Zeus will come top and finish off this tower. And now Dragon up. DRX don't have to contest this. There is an Arakan on the other side of the map. It is a tier stack. You'd be forgiven for just not fighting this, and DRX take the reserved call, which I think is also the correct call.
Yeah,
Throw the game over that. They will kind of get this freebie mid-tier 1 just from DRX responding to the Arakan. Won't quite get it yet, but it's pretty close. Remember, 6 grubs. That dot is pretty significant. And now looking for Rich in the bot. Oh no, Rich. Back off, back off, back off.
Oh, they're TPing in. They want to fight this as the TP came out first, and Rich is going to flash on over to it, but he might just be dead anyway. As Peanut, though, is going to get knocked back. It looks like he doesn't want to go for the fight, neither does Zeus anymore. Down does come Zeka, though. You can see on the minimap, he's about to get here, looking for Rich. Misses the charm, doesn't matter, gets the kill as the miss flash. No! Nobody wanted to see that, especially UCal and the guys on DRX. As a nice hook does come in from the side of Pleta, but might just index them into another fight here as Peanut is still going in, finally gets taken down, but he will be traded out as 2 kills goes to Zeus. And now Hanwha Esports have really opened the game up.
Just
almost 6,000.
Okay.
Yeah. That's 6,000 now. They're going to get the Otacon, though, unless Sponge can somewhat steal it away. I don't know how you somewhat steal away an objective. Let's see. He's going to get over the wall. He goes untargetable. He steals it away. Sponge, the hero play. And he even gets a kill here on a Peanut. Not half bad. As now the withdrawals come in, but that's going to be a lot of money that does go over to Hanwha Esports anyway. We'll see if they can get some kills, but Zeka does go golden. That means that Teddy can't really join the fight, so it's just 800 extra gold given over to Hanwha. As Teddy here is going to be equalized. No flash available, but he does have his blade caller. As, ooh, the timing a little bit late there from Teddy.
Yeah, I think the cooldown wasn't quite available, especially since Teddy wasn't there. Teddy is your strongest member, and he just wasn't present. And now it's going to be Dragon for Baron, which is definitely not a good trade, and not even one they're wanting to take.
We've seen so many fights like this where DRX are desperately trying to get in. Pleta has to frontline. He's just going to go down. As now, Miss Charm, nice dodge there from UCal. But that's a kill on to Pleta. It does mean that Hanwha Esports will back off of the Baron, though, so no objective comes in. As that charm on the Fury, never really going to hit, as they might just look for the Dragon instead.
Look at the light's on the flank.
Yeah, the light is here, and now Teddy might just die first. He does have the withdrawal, but he's not in the fight anymore, as over the rocks go Peanuts, but he just doesn't care, as Sponge goes untargetable, and they're just being hunted down one by one. Maybe Sponge gets away because he is Nefiri. But I think Hanwha Esports are okay with that.
Oh, he applies the misses, as does the Void Seeker. He can heal off this Grump. And it's a lot of low health bars, actually. There's no TP but unfortunately misses the light here. Kind of just walks up and gets deleted. Doesn't have the ult available. It does pull them off the Baron. But I'm trying to see how the Viper really wants to commit. Now look for the Baron, looking to siege top lane. We'll see if DRX can hold them off. They might have to give this one up.
Yeah, I mean, Equalizer comes down, and the flash on in from Zeus. He wants blood right now. Goes incredibly deep for it, and yes, he will go down, but he sets up the fight for his team. He says, I want to be done with this game right now. I'm not wasting any time, as that guy just dies to the burn, and Zeka goes in. He is just rolling his face over the keyboard right now, as nobody can get away from him here, as it looks super pretty on the side of Zeka, as once again he has his moments right at the end of the game.
Just decimation, you know, there's some nice steals, some Sponge, some decent plays at times, but for the most part this was a HLE favored game, and this final push from them, they made it clear they have a gold lead, they know how to pull it off, and Zeus wants this game over.
And he ended the game.
Very hard here. And keeping us guessing till the last minute. Not going to be fun for Rich on the Scion.
Yeah, I think bullied and wrecked in the top lane for your choice, but you didn't really have much of a choice in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's just a feels bad moment for him, as Zeka in a bit of trouble. He is going to go forward though, and actually he's just avoiding the Skarner entirely. A Sponge will get the first blood at least, and does flash away. Peanut should be able to. Yep, there's the Q. Does trade it back.
So 1 for 1, all summoners traded. Both junglers getting the kills. So not really much to come for. Oh, Sponge.
Well, he doesn't have his flash, so he's just dead. Gonna use his burrow to get into the Maokai, as he wasn't able to get out. So
Phase Rush is also what we've seen Sions go in range matchups even.
well, Zeka, he's very pushed up and he doesn't have his flash. He does have Emperor's Divide and he is Azir, so this is part of the reason why we put just ult in team fights and be a team fight presence. Because you're never going to win against Nidalee. It's not going to happen. Peanut did get in here and did pick up a grub, so steals one away. Sponge in a lot of trouble. There's the Maokai and Blitzcrank synergy, and Sponge will just be going down here. They're going to give the kill over to Zeka.
I don't get how they're being surprised by these things.
It's getting very out of hand.
It is an 80 Nidalee, so it's not like... Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you're just going to get hooked here, though. Not under turret, though. There's the stun. Delight! Locked down by the two of them. Level 6 here, hit by Teddy right on time. Delight just was not able to respect that.
Everything landed, you know. Power up Raw Ezreal. And the Blitzcrank not very effective in the 2v2. You know, they obviously picked it for the synergy with the Mile, but a great dodge there from Viper. And here, that's that final auto. The W into ult is why it does so much damage.
It's perfect from Teddy, layering the damage. And nicely done by Pleta as well to set it up. Sponge going around as Delight tries to help out his buddy Viper here. Gonna pull the Skarner away, but Viper in so much trouble. Does flash at the right at the end of it, but Teddy will still pick up the kill. So now we've got a 2-0 Ezreal. We're looking for another dive here. Viper, no Ghost, no Flash, and no support. Gets over the ult as Teddy, and the hook is gonna miss as well, as he is super duper dead. Teddy picks up a third kill as well.
Teddy clean with it. Didn't even take cleanse this game. That much confidence now being collapsed on though. Zeka has ult, has Flash. What can they do to outplay this? First Q misses.
TP comes in. That's how they're going to try to outplay it. Oh, but the deny on the TP. And now Zeka's like, oh, I guess we'll just kill the Braum here. Thank you very much. Pleta with no flash here, but does throw the ult out. And Sun comes in. Zeka in a bit of trouble. And Teddy is just so strong already.
Yeah. Oh, now looking for Zeus.
He does have his flash, but should take a little bit of pressure off, at least.
Some good moves coming out from DRX. The fact she does a lot of mixed damage.
Yeah.
With this build.
Zeus, of course, does not care about the Scion. Scion almost doesn't exist. There's that wave clear you were talking about. Here's the Maokai ultimate down on the bottom side. Probably looking for the hook here onto the Braum, but Zeka in a bit of trouble. Goes in, gets the double sweep, but the follow-up is not quite there. Zeka in a lot of trouble, as is Sponge, but Sponge survives for so long, and so does Zeka. Finally gets traded out. That's a fourth kill over to Teddy. This Ezreal is gigantic.
And the Q hit. They don't end up going for him.
Yeah.
Sapling will slow them down. Trade of kills. The Dragon goes over to DRX. And Rich once again having fun.
Yeah. I love watching this matchup.
Yeah.
From the Nidalee's perspective.
The Hollow Radiant, considering how strong they are as 4 without Sion.
Yeah, it's very true. We talked a lot about, you know, Ezreal gold gap. We talked about the Nidalee gold
I
gap.
would have really had the fans on edge.
Oh boy. Nobody wants to see that. Peanut's here, but we have 3 members trying to gank in Nidalee and in Maokai. A pretty difficult task. They're just going to turn onto Pleta. There's a TP coming in as well. Sponge gets the aggro. In goes Zeus, but there is Teddy right there. As now Zeka gonna save his top laner. And Teddy, does he have the damage? No, he absolutely does not, and nearly dies for it as well. That would have been a mess.
They need to address this. You know, I said that the Nidalee gold lead wasn't that relevant in terms of fights, but it's definitely, you just keep giving over structures, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, and I mean, considering the player that's playing it as well, like, I think Zeus is the guy that's going to get the most value out of this pick.
Yeah.
Out of anybody, so you can absolutely trust him. And now Rich, he tried to clear the wave, I guess. Maybe thought Zeus backed.
The thing is, he has no armor as well, so there's tripod.
It's the light. Looking for the hook. He's going to find Pleta. That Braum in a lot of trouble, holding up the door, as he will actually be able to flash away and does barely get away. Viper not going to hit the Q. So a living Braum this time around.
But again, it's Scrappy. They do manage. And I feel like we're just seeing Rich's misfortune continue.
The turret's half dead. There wasn't even a wave there.
Yeah.
It's not fair. That's what happens when you blind pick Scion into Zeus as well. I mean, this is just going to happen. It didn't have to be 80 Nidalee. There's just a little flare. As now, we got the Ult's coming out here from the Maokai. No follow-up from Delight, though. Now he's going to go for the hook as he gets a max-range hook onto Pleta, but he is Braum. And now we got the Impale here on a Zeka, who, yes, will get the shuffle into the Redemption as well. And he will survive for just long enough. They get Teddy, and he was really the only guy doing much of anything. As Yucal, he is Victor. Oh, comes in, he lives! Yucal lives! And Peanut can't quite get in range. Meanwhile, this is happening, but the team fight was much more interesting.
Yeah, and I still think, despite this being a win for DRX, barely. And meanwhile, that side lane is bleeding.
Feeling pretty good. Now we're just gonna go straight for this turret, as the TP does actually finish, as now, yeah, we're gonna have a second one coming on in. They're all grouping up for this one, as Rich in a lot of trouble. He doesn't really exist in this game, so that's the front line gone. At least one of them. 5 members of Hanwha barrel down mid.
It kind of felt like... Oh.
Yeah, Zeus just knows how strong he is, and he's not scared of anything. As Impale comes in, maybe he should have been a little bit more scared. No, he's going to flash away, and now he's got Redemption and his own heal, and hops over the wall. Kind of baits his team into a rough spot, but got Teddy's flash, so there's that.
Yeah, I think Zeus feels like I'm so strong. This fight got very scrappy, but Zeus is like, I'm so strong, and then he gets... Oh, speaking of Zeus...
What is Zeus doing? Where is he? Can he survive this time around? The answer is absolutely not. As the shutdown goes over to the Skarner, unfortunately, but here comes Yucal. It's going to be swept away. And meanwhile, Rich trying to keep the fight going.
So you remember I said that thing about the goal lead being a little fake on the mid lane?
I mean, he also doesn't have to be diving the enemy jungle 1v5.
No, you don't understand 80 mid lane top, right? You just...
I guess maybe he does,
You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Zeus has no TP up in 20 seconds. So this is a straight... Well, it's a 5v5 if you include Atakan, because he's doing a lot of damage to DRX right now.
Rich isn't actually real. It doesn't even have his ult. But they need Zeka here.
If Peanut gets in, it's so bad.
Well, they're going to try to zone there with the Scion Q. It will be successful. Zeka still chipping away. Some lower health bars, but a big Scion Q onto that backline into the Braum follow-up, and Viper and Delight are both dead. And there you go. Now we got an Impale onto Zeka. Follow-up should come in. I don't think he's getting out of this one. As yes, he will go down. That's a double kill now for Teddy. As here comes Zeus, though.
Get the plants, get the plants.
Got the front line. Zeus, he wants some of the plants, he wants some of the flowers. And he wants some kills as well. Double kill comes out for Peanut. And now they're looking for a bit more. The stun was big on the Zeus, but he gets another one. As down will go Peanut. And Zeus is all alone. This game is absolutely wild at this point.
He could kill you. Be really careful. Never mind.
Yeah, not into these 2 damage dealers. Just going to get burst down.
So as I was saying, very fake gold. It's very funny. And then it looks like he's able to do things. But unfortunately, Teddy and Yucal are very... Well, Teddy in particular is quite strong, but Yucal's also level 16. And he kind of just pumps damage, you know? And
do the wave.
Yeah.
Like, just ignore the niddly. Yeah, no, that's not on the wave.
Yeah, just play it, the minions.
She can dash out of the queue. As, yeah, okay, you ulted her. This time, there's the stun. It's still niddly. He's just going to heal himself. Why even bother? You got a Maokai ultimate coming in. Trying to hold up the door. The Mikhails is there. And Change of Corruption there as well. Gonna target Yucal, actually. Jumps on over. Bit of damage, but a lot used by Hanwha. Now, Zeus, he's looking for the kill. Going under the turret. As Rich, he did not spend enough time clearing the wave. As down will go the turret. And Zeus can do whatever he wants in the side lane.
One job. Just clear the wave. It's the only job, you know? That's all you need to do is just clear the wave. And now that inhibitor is constantly going to be threatened. Zeus got what he wanted.
Oh, don't.
Just the minions. Okay, it's... Yeah, and look at these ones. That's something.
You know that episode of SpongeBob where it's like the lid, the lid, the lid? Yeah. Rich, he doesn't have his ult, and he's actually taking a lot of damage here. He's alone. The Maokai ultimate comes out, and there you go. You can hook the Scion.
Wait, don't go for Dragon. Just go for Dragon. DRX, just go for Dragon. Let them have Baron. If they're already set up there, just go for the Dragon.
Take the Dragon.
Take the Dragon.
Yucal is coming over here to stop the push, but just gonna try to save the base.
It's fine. Let the inhib go. Okay, just clear the minions.
Trying to take a 1v1 here. The Chaos Storm does come down here, as there is the Steric Shield. The Spear is going to land, as now trying to hop on in, but the timing on the Zhonya's is great. Gets over the wall to Zeus, as now he will go down. Did not have flash, and they got him.
Okay, It's going to be a little bit rough because HLE have Baron, but fortunately, you got to upset. Zeus doesn't even have Baron, doesn't he? No, back up.
Okay, well, he says, I want to fight. And I'm gonna cue the Nidalee. TP's coming in.
He can just run away, though.
Yeah, the ult does hit him. And there's the Q. I mean, no flash yet. And
he's slowed.
He's slowed. He can't get away. It's a big shield, but eventually this Nidalee will go down. But meanwhile, we got a team fight going on. Big redemption. And now the angle is gigantic for Zeka. Picks up the two of them as you had one job. Kill the Nidalee and don't team fight. Because now we got a big Chaos Storm coming out here as well as Zombie Scion. And it's a lot of damage for Yuka. He's going to go down. The one job he had as well is also failed. Hanwha Esports with the Baron will just end the game.
Clutched defeat from the jaws of victory. DRX making some big mistakes, and HLE are there to punish, there to clean up. We saw the 80 Nidalee top from Zeus. It did its job swimmingly, and HLE will claim a 2-0 in this game. Just kill the minions. Just kill the minions.